Welcome back everybody, this is My Journey 4K. We are back in IMSA in the Dallara P217. Let's get into it. We're going to start this race today in P4 in our class. Strength of the field today is a 2684. We're coming into this race with a 1291. Ooh. Little touch in the back there, maybe? Doesn't look like damage. Still fourth in class, it looks like. A bit of a crash up ahead. We're gonna see if that affects us at all. We can see the smoke from the tires. Nothing in the way. Alright, this is multi-class racing. We have 3 classes. There's the GTP, aka the hypercar class. The LMP2 prototype class, which we're in the GT3 class. This is a 35-minute race. We will need to stop once for fuel today. It is an A license requirement for entry. It is IMSA fixed series, so we don't get to choose very many setup options on the car. It looks like the leader could possibly have the same paint scheme. For this race, we're the number 34, going a little wide on that corner. It'll probably be a 1X. Just finishing lap 1, not much of a gap to the car in front or behind still. But the field is spreading out now. I don't think we took damage from that turn 1 touch, that slight touch that almost could have been bad for us there. Trying to get us loose and lose control out of turn 1. It's not a good place. It has an okay runoff, but we're going in there at very high speeds. Looks like 5th place might be closing the gap just a little bit. I don't know if we made a mistake there. I think we lost a tiny bit of time to the car in front too. We just ran a slow lap here, not sure. Let's see, car behind is caught up a bit now. There's another car not too far behind them. Not really going defensive. We had an okay exit there. They're not going to dive on us in turn 1, I think. We're going to have a slightly better exit, possibly. Losing time to the car in front now. This is a fairly strong field with a 2684. We are just under the 1300s. We're not even half of the average rating here. Some smoke up ahead again there. Not sure what that was. I saw some tire marks on the track, but no cars. Hypercar up front must have lost control or something. The red and yellow car behind is now having to worry a little bit about the car behind them. Possibly trying to defend. The last car is blinking in and out sometimes. I don't know if that's just the replay or what. Seen that sometimes. Not sure if it's iRacing or people doing that. Over 5 minutes into the race. Pit window should open in about 5 minutes. Looks like we're gaining time. The car behind now. Feeling less pressure from that. Cars behind going side by side coming into the chicane. That's going to slow both of them up quite a bit. Looks like we got an alright exit there. Red and yellow car looks to have come out on top there. We're still really not letting the green LMP2 car in front of us out of our sight. We're keeping up over a second gap, but less than 2 still. Cars behind are still battling and hanging in there. You can see all of the leaders just in front of us. We're 4th in our class. So the 3 LMP2 cars just ahead are the leaders. Looking to get a decent run to try and catch one of them. The gap's opening up just a little bit between the red and yellow car and 6th place back there. Looking fairly clear and quiet at the moment. Just trying to catch the car in front of us. That would be for 3rd place if we can get him. I don't know what happened. Well, I think that we're having problems with our headset here. A hardware issue. Pulled off to the side to try and stay out of the way. I don't think we knew exactly where we were anyway. Car is off. We're seeing the GT3 cars catching us now. Hypercars are also catching and passing. We're still sitting on the side. I do recall this being a weird headset issue that had to be reset. So we had to fully reset our headset now. We're back on. You can see a damaged GT3 car just in front of us. It's updated us to 6th place in our class. We are moving again. Had to park it off to the side of the road. We couldn't see anything. Our whole VR just went completely gray. And thankfully we were able to pull it aside without being a burden. We had a lot of hypercars and GT3s catching past us then as well. gonna have a hypercar barely get by as we're catching and passing this GT3 with no spoiler and missing front end. We have a lot of the GT3 field now to catch and pass. I think we're 6th in class now. Started the race in 4th. We do have some hardware issues to work out, and it takes some time to go through all of them, because there was more than one hardware issue that I was starting to have. I don't think it is really a iRacing issue at all. It's just issues with the computer and some issues with the VR. Porsche is blocking us here, preventing us from getting by. I'm not sure how long they're going to block us, but hopefully we can get by soon. Really worried about them hitting us. I have no idea. We're going to come in and take our pit stop now. Traffic is super heavy. Pit window is probably barely open right now. This is a really early pit stop for us. But if we pit now, take on all the fuel that we need, we should be able to make it to the end of the race. We're being released now just behind the GT3 car that has a lot of damage in front of us. You can see several more cars back there with damage. Hypercar with a missing front end and another GT3 with a missing front end. That Porsche is in there. I don't really know why. We should be back out on a bit more of a clear track now. I think this GT3 car in front had some damage they were trying to get fixed, taking an early pit stop. You can still see a lot of damage on their vehicle. We're going to get by just in time there. Hypercar is starting to catch up behind us as well. We're still 6th in class. Gonna have to try and recover from that hardware issue. Pulled off to the side. I don't think we took damage. If we did, we probably got it fixed. And the pit stop that we just took, we should be fueled to the end now. Flashing our lights for the Ferrari. Gonna get by here. There's a few spots here where I prefer to pass the slower vehicles, and somewhere I prefer to hang behind a bit. We're taking that a little extra wide. Not sure why. Hopefully we aren't having hardware issues still. But I had to fully reset the headset, and then everything has to be recentered. But we've taken our pit stop now. Traffic should be a little more clear for us. It was super heavy when we got back going again, because there's nothing but GT3s and hypercars left and right there. And the GT3s are bunched up battling because it's early still. So now we're going to take our pit stop, and we're seeing a lot clearer track. Some hypercars passing, but they'll need to take their pit stop eventually. We did have to park it for a bit. We started this race in 4th. Hoping to make a decent recovery run here. Starting to catch a GT3 car just ahead. That's an Acura hypercar in front of us. little over 15 minutes in the race now. About 20 minutes remain. The window is still open. Looks like we're still in 6th. Nobody's taken their stop yet. Catching this GT3 for Ferrari. We'll get by here. Nice and clean. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Cadillac catching now in the outer loop. Gotta be able to get by on the outside here. Shouldn't have slowed us down too much. If we had stuck with that group of GT3 cars and hypercars, we probably would be several seconds slower than where we are now. Or further back. A lot of smoke up ahead. Don't see anything yet. Couple GT3 cars just ahead of us. It looks like a Ferrari and a Porsche. Hypercar starting to catch from behind again. Well, that Ferrari has no front end anymore. They're probably pulling in the pits. Hypercar behind us is going to pull in, so there's only one hypercar back there. Really close, going to catch us soon. Porsche GT3 just ahead. That hypercar went a little wide. They're going to take a 1X for that. We'll go around the outside of the GT3 in the outer loop. A decent run there. Hypercar's gonna get stuck behind the GT3 car. Might have just hit them, I'm not sure. Maybe not. Looked really close. And the camera changed on me. Catching the BMW and Porsche just in front here. Do the cross to the inside, I think. No, hypercar is going to take that away from us. We're going to have to sit behind the GT3s for a second. A couple more hypercars catching back there. Porsche on this main straight. Still 6th in class. We started the race in 4th. Looking to make a recovery run here after having to pull over due to a hardware issue. We completely lost vision. Our whole VR just went completely gray on us. We couldn't see anything. It's gonna happen a few times. GT3 cars going out in the grass. They are out of the way though. Kind of a risky re-entry though, as the hypercar was passing us on the outside. Most risky to us, because we would have been stuck in between them had they come at us. You see that blue BMW behind us is a hypercar. It's going to take them a little bit to catch up, but they've got some GT3s to get by first. Porsche GT3 just ahead. We're flashing our lights, seeing if we can't get by here soon. A little wiggly there. I guess I feel like I just don't have the pace to pass them on the inside of that corner. We'll get him on the outside of that. Well, we certainly have some time to make up, and it looks like we're trying to make it up. The cars that were behind us when we were in fourth were not far behind. Still gonna be a little bit before pit window is closed, at least for the LMP2s. These GT3s seem to be able to stay out till nearly the end of the race. BMW aggressively pulling to the inside. That is the second place car in the hypercar class. Probably second place overall too. It's usually how that works for the hypercars. Although sometimes LMP2s can slip up in those standings. Porsche GT3 just ahead. The hypercar is going to catch him first. Coming out of the last corner. We'll see if we can catch and pass before turn 1. We're pulling to the inside like we're going to brake on them. I think we will. Still says 6th in our class. Waiting for that pit window to close to see where those other cars come out. Hopefully we're close or in front. Would have been really crucial that we took the pit stop when we did, to avoid all of that traffic we had to sit and wait for to pass us and then get going again. Pretty clean track in front of us at the moment though, and I don't see any hypercars catching. Ferrari GT3 just ahead. It'll take a little bit to catch up to them. A little over 23 minutes in the race. Pit window's probably going to be closed in the next lap or two. Ferrari's going a bit wide. Trying to keep that side, I think, because they're coming in to take their pit stop. There's an Acura hypercar not far behind. It looked like maybe a LMP2 car is just coming out of the pits. Yep, there we go. The green LMP2 car behind us. Catching the Ferrari GT3 car just ahead. We should be up to 5th in our class now since we're ahead of this green LMP2. Gonna get a little bit of space with this GT3 car behind us and the hypercar catching to pass as well. We're gonna go 3 wide possibly back there for a second. Hypercar is going to be in the way of the green LMP2, giving us a little bit of room. But they're going to catch and pass us as well. Hopefully it doesn't slow us down. Green and yellow LMP2 car not far behind. car should barely get by into turn 1 here. Green car behind us going a bit wide. That's a 1X there. Less than 10 minutes remain in the race. How many laps we do will depend on where the leader is when time expires. And it does look like we are up to 5th currently. Oh, it still says 6th. Is it 6th or is it 5th? Well, maybe we'll have to wait till we cross the line to actually see that. They're pretty close to us right now, although we stopped for a while on the side of the track trying to get our headset reset, get the video back. Hope that doesn't happen again to us. Green and yellow car going a bit wide coming on that corner. Some hypercars are starting to catch. They have probably taken their pit stops. This will be lapped. Starting to catch this Mercedes in front of us. Green and yellow car is way back there now, and we are updated to 5th. 5th in our class now. Not sure if there is one more car still to stop or not. Starting to run away from the green LMP2 car behind us. Hopefully we can see 4th soon. Maybe catch and pass one more car. Get back to our original starting position of 4th place in the class. Blue Cadillac hypercar is catching quickly. Not going to happen before these turns though. Another hypercar is catching that green LMP2 car behind, slowing them down more it looks like. We're going to go side by side into this corner. Falling just behind the blue hypercar. Looks like we're going to get a full speed exit out of all these corners. Green car is losing more time to us. Gap to the car behind is opening up even more. Ferrari GT3 just in front. Lots of damage in the front end there. We do not have a hood anymore. Bonnet if you wish. Hypercars catching at the same time. We're going to be 3 wide coming through these S's. Quite a move. Forced us into a position. BMW GT3 kind of moving slow to the inside. Just slow to us, I guess. Catching some more GT3 cars. This is usually how this race ends here at Watkins Glen. We're probably going to barely get clear of the GT3s in the last lap or two. There's a red Ferrari and a Porsche just ahead. Yellow Cadillac is just in front of them. We've got some more hypercars catching us now. Gonna go to the inside of the Porsche now. Clear before the last turn. Slowing us down a bit there, but it is what it is. Traffic is traffic. It gives and it takes. Hypercar's behind, starting to catch a BMW back there, it looks like. We're going to be catching another GT3 car just in front of us. Two of them, it looks like, a Porsche and a Ferrari. Flashing our lights, we should get by. Looked like they might have been blocking there. We're going to slip through anyways. They're going to flash their lights at us. That's not our problem. But they're blocking us, trying to keep us from going around. We'll go around the GT3 on the outside, catching another Ferrari just ahead. That black BMW hypercar is starting to catch us now. We are going to dive on the Ferrari here. And we made it stick. Just a Porsche in front of us. It's a little ways up there now. Ooh, going a little wide there. That'll be a 1X. A little out in that dirt there. Really pushing it this lap. Maybe we see fourth? Pit window should be completely closed for our class. We are still fifth in class according to the LED screen. BMW is going to catch and pass on the outside here, no problem. But we're both going to run with this Porsche before the chicane. We'll barely get by on the outside of that outer loop. Sort of keeping up with the BMW in front of us. Another hypercar Acura, it looks like, catching from behind. That green LMP2 car behind us is having some problems with the traffic. Looked like the hypercar behind went really wide, but you can go all the way out there and not get an off track. Their exit was a bit wide, but that is not really a penalty there. I was pretty sure that Acura was going to catch us before turn 1, and they would have slowed up for us. Although maybe not. Maybe we just had a decent enough speed there that they had difficulty catching and passing before turn 1. BMW hypercar is going to catch us soon. There is a Porsche GT3 car not too far ahead of us. Time is almost out. This should be the last lap here. Still says 5th in class, catching the GT3 car. We started the race in 4th. had a hardware issue. Lost vision, had to pull it aside and wait until we could reset it. And that's going to happen a little bit more frequently, unfortunately, until I get that sorted. Several things to be sorted there. Traffic is cleared up just a little bit. We got around most, if not all, the GT3 cars now. This may be the last lap. I think it is. We'll see how things go in just a second. Some Cadillac hypercars catching just behind. And we are going to pull over and slow down. That is it. Alright, we started the race in 4th. We actually finished in 4th. I don't know what happened in the last lap. We didn't see that car. But that's okay. We started the race with a 1291. We gained 9 points. We'll be right at a 1300. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.